You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Marquez, man. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing amazing, man. Doing amazing. Look, I'm Darren Roberts with American Income Life. Of course, the division of Globe, man. I spoke to you on the phone about your benefits to your local 24. Is Mary here?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay, okay, good deal, good deal. Look, brother, I have your benefits right here, man. I really love the fact that got me using Zoom. It makes stuff go a lot faster, man, like a lot faster. So I'm gonna definitely go ahead and get this started. And while I get this deal set up, let's just kind of, learn a little bit about one another. If that's all right with you. All right, brother, what is your
Sure.
what is your birthday?
8/24,
All right,
1989,
8/24. Who?
1989.
Okay, man, you got confused the super hell out of me. So your birthday is, you said 8 of when?
24, 1989.
Okay, 8 and 9. Man, you, boy, the way you said it, look like you were born about 3, 4 years ago. I said that couldn't be the case. Couldn't be the case. So just to confirm, you said 8/24 of 89, correct?
Uh-huh.
Spot on, spot on, spot on. Well, yeah, man, you from the area as well?
I am.
Born and raised.
No, not born and raised.
Okay, well, where you came from then? That's the real question I was thinking about.
I was born in Chicago, born and raised
Oh,
in
snap.
Chicago.
Yeah, man, I heard it's a whole different kind of windy out there, a whole different kind of chill. So you can definitely have that. You can definitely have that. What brought you down this way then, brother? Was it work?
Warm weather,
Oh,
and
that would make sense. That would make sense. What do you do
warm
for work?
weather. I'm a electrician.
Oh, good deal. Good deal. How long you done that for?
Um, about 10 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 10 years to keep you in that one profession, man. You must be halfway decent if that's the case. You've been with the same people for that whole 10?
Yeah, I usually like to stick around.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at all, man. Nothing wrong with that. So you probably got some close work partners up there as well that you maybe go out and hit the happy hour with, so forth and so on, right?
I'm kind of a loner.
Oh man, come on. You speaking my language, boy. You speaking my language. But look, let me I could definitely talk to you all day, man. Let me kind of get into the business, brother. I know you're dying to know. So let me go ahead and tell you exactly why I'm here and what I'm gonna do. So of course, my job is to go over the no-cost benefits that's already been set up for you. And then of course I'll go over some additional benefits that you may qualify for. Now, those are definitely available during your enrollment period only, which is actually right now. So sorry it's taking so long to get to you, but the company, man, American Income, which is based right here in Texas, we work with over 20,000, like 20,000 with a T, local labor unions, credit unions, and associations throughout the United States. And look, brother, whether you like unions or not, like the thing that everybody agree on is that they have some of the best benefits. Now, a huge reason for that is because of their relationship with American Income for over the past 60 plus years. Now, truth is, man, the 20,000 groups and unions, brother, they just didn't open up a phone book one day and randomly pick American Income and decide to keep us for over 6 decades. It ain't happened like that. So today, what you're gonna see, of course, is why they love us so much. And as you can imagine, they got us running around like crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started and jump into your no-cost benefits first. So now, the very first benefit, of course, they have for you is the no-cost accidental death and dismemberment benefit. Now, for the most part, let me know when you can see that benefit on your screen. Give me 2 seconds here. I know I had to go with your union. They change them out from time to time. So, it definitely may vary. So let me see if I got your right one. Okay, perfect. You should be able to see something now, right?
No, I don't see anything.
Okay. Doop. Yeah, you're supposed to say yeah, but I'll show you for real this time now. Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
All right, you see it now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Now, okay. So with this benefit, for yourself, this will be a living benefit, right? This is basically definitely given to you as thanking you for basically being a member in good standing. Now, for you, Marquez, brother, it's going to be a benefit that pays you $2,000 for the loss of a hand, foot, or sight in one eye, or $4,000 for the loss of any two. Now, Mary, for you, this is a death benefit that will pay you up to $4,000, of course, if Marquez died accidentally. Now, look, I know $4,000 doesn't seem like all the money in the world, and really it's not. But at the same exact time, if Marquez wants to die, a paycheck dies right there with him. So I would imagine that would definitely put a crunch in your budget, right?
Absolutely.
For sure. So I definitely know you see how that can definitely help you guys, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and email you your certificate for your records. You'll receive also a couple of other things in the mail, just as a backup to what we'll have for Mary herself. Now you want to make sure you fill it out completely and you send it over to the PO box at the top to ensure that you guys are covered. Does that make sense so far?
Yes.
Now, when something happens, you're gonna want to definitely need our local office number. So I'm assuming you keep important numbers in your phone. So if you would, go ahead and grab that for me.
Okay.
All right. So now the office number is going to be 832-327-0800.
Okay.
And while you have that out, one more thing I need, of course, is to put 2 emergency contacts on there. Now, this is going to be an event you guys are going to die like in a common accident. Your emergency contact should definitely be over the age of 18, outside of the home, but inside the local area. Now, it generally would and should be somebody close to you who you can trust. So who is the very first emergency contact?
John Benson.
Okay. And
713
John's number?
713-834.
Okay.
9999.
Okay, you're next. The next?
832. Oh,
Well, what's the name?
Benny Johnson.
Benny Johnson, okay. And the best number to reach him on?
483. Say that again.
The best number to reach him on?
Oh, 483.
Okay.
359-4444.
Perfect. Now, next thing is, of course, so your family does get the money they're entitled to, man. Again, your emergency contacts will be notified by me personally. Definitely let them know about these benefits. Now, if there is a claim, then they would know who to contact, and that way we can know definitely how to make the beneficiary or to make sure rather your beneficiaries do receive their money they're entitled to. So if you could and would, go ahead and give them a heads up that they'll be hearing from me. And In addition, if they choose, they'll also be able to check off some of the benefits as well. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Cool, cool, cool. Now look, Marquez, this benefit, right? This policy is just on you. But the second part of the benefit is that they can extend these deals to the closest family members and friends at no cost to you and no cost to them. So how this works is in case of, John's accident or death, a $2,000 policy just like yours will pay out to his family. Now, extending is tied to my vision with you today, basically because this is your enrollment period. So look, don't prejudge anyone's situation. I mean, you never really know what they need. I mean, shoot, they usually don't even know what they need. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, all you're doing is giving them an option to decide for themselves. That's it. You're giving them an option. Simple as that. You are giving them an option to decide. Now, this is good for you because the more people that have the program, like the AIL Plus, the bigger the discounts get. Now, it's good for them because if it wasn't for you, they'd probably never even know about this. Like crazy. And to be 100% honest with you, it definitely helps me too, because the biggest way I get paid is based off how many families I see each week. Now, so you're helping me take care of my family, which, as you can imagine, means the world. Means the world. Want the same page so far?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So look, now they give you $20,000 worth of this benefit, which means you can extend it up to 10 families. So obviously your emergency contacts will automatically be included. So we'll definitely get, Benson and Benson taken care of. Now that leaves you with roughly about 8 more. Now people always ask me if they can do more. And the truth is I'm really, really, really sorry because we are exclusive. They kind of limited to 10 families. I mean, unless you qualify for the additional benefits, then at that point, I will go with those with you anyway to see if you do. And if you do, right, then that allows you to get more than 10 sponsors in. Make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
So for now, you have the 8. So again, like you mentioned before, Benson and Benson, I know you had your best buddy up there at the job who you've been kind of working out with, whatnot. His name was Jack, if I can't recall Jack. Yeah, it was Jack. What's the best number to reach Jack on?
799
Uh-huh.
44 3 82 16.
Cool. So we're gonna make sure we highlight Jack and the Beanstalk on that one for sure. But look, please make sure you give the families that you extend the no-cost benefits to, a quick call or text, basically letting them know that I will be getting with them in the next couple of days. So as long as they have a heads up, man, they're really happy. But if I call them and they don't know who I am or why I'm calling, I mean, keep in mind, sometimes they get real confused and upset with both of us. I'm gonna blame it on you, straight up. So just don't put me in that situation. So can you make sure that you get with them?
I certainly will.
Perfect. Well, that definitely works for me, man. Definitely works for me. So this is the deal. The final no-cost benefit is called the needs analysis software. Now, the reason most people don't have the right coverage is they don't really know what they need. Now, some people, don't care about their families, but I know that's not you. I know it's not you. So in a few minutes, and after I review this with you, you will definitely know where you're at. Now I'm going to ask you some questions to kind of find out, where there may be gaps in your current coverage. Now, I'm going to, again, if there is no need, it won't make a recommendation for that concern. Now, if there is a need, I'll review those recommendations with you. Now, before I do that, let me ask you a few preliminary qualification questions, to basically unlock the survey. Now, you definitely must be a member of an authorized group or sponsored by someone who is. Now, again, we're here with your local 24, so that's a check. Now, you must have an active checking account with the bank or credit union. Do you have one of those?
Yes.
Perfect. So 2 checks out the way. Now, have you or anyone in the household been diagnosed with COVID-19 virus in the past? And if so, when was that?
2 years ago. 1 year ago, I had COVID.
Is it 2 or is it 1?
1 year. It was August of 2020.
Okay, cool. So we should be fine on that one. Okay, so the next thing it is, I'm gonna pull it up on your screen. You'll see it come up. Let me know when your screen changes. This is the coolest thing about Zoom, is it allows us to share every single thing that we're doing with you to basically keep us on the same page. All right, it should be changing about now. Yeah?
Oh, yep.
Okay, cool. So what is your email address real quick?
Ben10@Yahoo.
All right. And what is that address out there?
123 North Main.
Okay, and what's your cell number?
It's 854-6666.
And the city you're in?
El Paso.
All right, and perfect. Okay. And Mary's name is spelled a traditional way, M-A-R-Y?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and what is Mary's born date?
1987, January 1st.
All right, and then I know his son's name was Adam. And what's little Adam's birthday?
2001, December 3rd.
That was your only child, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so a few medical questions now. Any internal cancer in the past 2 years?
No.
All right, any insulin diabetes?
No.
Heart attack, strokes?
No.
No oxygen tanks?
Mm-mm.
No Alzheimer's?
No.
Tobacco, marijuana, vape, nicotine, chew in the past year?
No.
Probation or parole?
No.
Perfect. Okay, so the program, brother, is designed never to go past 4% of what a family brings in. So this is the way they keep everything affordable. So with that being said, Marquez, roughly about how much do you bring in per month after taxes and insurance?
3,500.
All right, and does Mary work outside the house?
Yeah, she makes 2,000.
Right, and now, do you have any life insurance outside the job?
No.
Okay, now, rent to own.
Own
And about how much you have left on it?
62,000.
And rough estimate of your interest rate.
Not sure. Maybe 4 point something.
That's pretty good, man. That ain't bad at all. Well, how many years you got left?
17.
And do you have anything in place to pay off the mortgage in case you died?
No, I don't.
Okay, and do you have anything saved toward the kids' college education?
No.
Okay. So it's basically just trying to figure out if something fits. Okay. Oh, wow, cool. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. So this is something called the mandatory read-off letter. I'm basically responsible for going over this with you because it did look like it found something that you could potentially qualify for. Now, I'm definitely not finna read the whole thing. I'm gonna just summarize the key areas. So basically what it says is, as I'm going through the benefits, you know, you're nodding your head, you're thinking like, wow, Darren, man, these are some great benefits I can definitely see, right? I can definitely see why 20,000 groups approve these and where everybody is doing it. Of course, I am going to ask you to apply while I'm here. But on the flip side, as I'm going through the benefits, you know, you're nodding your head and you're thinking, you know, wow, man, these are some great benefits, but they just don't really feel the need for my family right now. Then I'm going to actually ask you not to apply. Either way, though, yes or no, that decision does have to be made, you know, today during the service visit in fairness to the members who are waiting to be seen. Now, either way, though, right, it has to be again that yes or that no. I mean, you will see what they've done. They set this entire deal up to be a no-brainer, so it's going to be an easy yes or no. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, brother, whatever they do decide, or whatever you do decide to do, they do want to give your opinion in a Google review, which is sort of like my report card. Now, I definitely try to get a 5-star rating every single time. So it's very important that you stop me if you have any questions. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Marquez, will you stop me if you have any questions?
Yes.
Mary, will you as well?
Yes.
Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so now, so basically, for the most part, man, you know, as you know, over the years, especially dealing with a lot of these unions that we deal with, you know, we go through a lot of contract negotiations and benefit changes at work. Now it's basically a give and take. Lately, it seems like, you know, the people are paying a lot more for getting a lot less. Now, the company has a labor advisory board of over 50 international union presidents. And their main job is basically provide the best wages and the best benefits to their members. Now, from their feedback, along with the feedback of regular people just like yourself, they came up with what's called a list of concerns that apply to all working families, whether they're union or they're not. You with me so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, as far as the list of concerns goes, I'm actually going to make this thing a lot easier and share the screen with you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So let me know when your screen changes. Should be right about now.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So now, the very first concern is co-pays, deductibles, and lost wages. Because the truth be told, like health insurance pay the doctors, right? They pay the doctors. But members lose wages. They lose pay due to time off sitting in the hospital. The next concern, of course, was the funeral and final expenses. Truth be told, families don't just have $14,000, let alone having $14,000 laying around for a funeral and final expense. Funeral homes, as we both know it, want to get paid immediately. Now, the third concern, of course, is paycheck loss. Because when a member dies, guess what? That paycheck down right there with them. Mortgage and rent. Families may lose their home after sudden death of a breadwinner because that income is no longer in the house to sustain it. What can the family do? What can they do? Children's protection. What you say, brother?
Nothing. No, I'm saying that they can't do anything.
Spot on. Spot on. And with children's protection, benefits provided through a job are typically not permanent for children, which can really, really, really create a risk. Now, terminal illness, especially cancer. So according to the Cancer Society, man, men have a 1 in 2 lifetime freaking chance of developing or dying from cancer. Women is 1 out of 3. So the way this sits right now, Marquez, it's either you or me. Think about that. It's either you or me. Now, group benefits, they're great. They're amazing, but they can change at any time, dude. Anytime members lose benefits at retirement, you don't own those benefits. They're not yours. It's almost like borrowed time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And then the very last concern, of course, is affordability, right? The very last concern is affordability. Think about this. Most companies do, even if they could take care of all these concerns, the issue is that it's just way too expensive. Affordability. Now, look, I don't like to pay more money for something than I have to. So say, this is a reason why I always make sure I get the best deal. And I'm assuming you're the same way, right, brother?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. I mean, of course you are. So look, they wanted me to make sure that regardless of the situation, these benefits would fit everybody's budget. Now, imagine this. Imagine that your boss comes up to you at work and he pretty much tells you that, hey, man, look, Marquez, because things have been going great at the job, man, they've been going amazing at the job. We're going to start paying you for 41 hours instead of that regular 40 hours. So with that 1 hour, are you going to go home and tell a wife, hey, baby, let's go buy matching Ferraris?
No.
I mean, are you really going to like call a travel agent and book your dream vacation and start the construction on your dream home off that 1 extra hour?
No.
Of course you're not, man. Now on the flip side though, right? You going to work, it's getting a little slow. Boss comes up to you and say, hey man, look, instead of firing you and your coworkers, we're just gonna send y'all home early on Friday, like 1 hour early on Fridays. So instead of working 39 hours, I'm sorry, instead of working 40 hours, you'll be working 39 hours. Now, would you have to go home and get rid of your car or get rid of the cell phone, cancel dentist appointments because of that 1 hour?
No.
I mean, would 1 hour less a week take food off your table? Okay?
No.
Of course it would, man. Of course it wouldn't. So the idea is that that 1 hour isn't really going to change your lifestyle, but having critical gaps in your coverage, that could be devastating to your family. That is exactly why they did this way. Make sense so far?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so let's do this. Marquez, Mary, it definitely helps if I use an illustration to kind of show you guys, you know, what's truly been set up. So let me know when your screen actually changes. Let me make sure I get my end to the right point on this side, of course. You ain't getting sleepy over there on me, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because I try to keep this thing as fast as possible, but of course while still being thorough. Because the last thing I would hate to do is sacrifice, you know, the value of what your union put together for you, sacrifice that just to, you know, to kind of go fast. I think you guys deserve clearly way more than that. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm finna actually get the illustration up on the screen. Let me know, of course, when you do see your screen change. That way I can know we're on the same page. All right, it should be coming up within seconds. Okay, right about now. Okay, so you should be able to see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as far as right now goes, if I'm not mistaken, you and the wife combined are making about $1,350 a week right now, correct?
Yep. That's
Okay.
about right.
So let's just imagine this. Now imagine you went into work on tomorrow, and obviously we talked about you and the wife's job combined bringing about $1,350 a weekend. And what we would do is we would call that current job Job A. So of course, Job A is directly one to the left. On the left, you have all your normal group benefits. You have all your normal co-workers. You have everything that's exactly how you have it. Now, let's say this. Let's say another job also opens up. We will call this other job Job B. Now, with Job B, of course, instead of making the $1,350 a week, you guys are making roughly about $1,300 a week, which is pretty much like an hour's wage difference, which is, as you said earlier, wouldn't really change anything. Does that make sense so far?
Nope.
Okay, what part did I lose you at?
Oh no, yeah. So it makes sense. That's what I mean.
You sure you with me?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, cool. So when they took that hour from you, the one you say didn't really mean much, they decided to put that towards something that did mean a lot. By meaning a lot, it was handling all of those gaps that we talked about in the list of concerns, of course, that I went over with you. You remember that part, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes, I do.
Perfect. So now, the very first concern, of course, like I mentioned before, had to do with the health insurance and the group benefits. Now, the program pays you up to $100 every single time you went to the hospital for a bump, bruise, or bee sting. Now, if you ended up in the hospital overnight due to that accident, right? The program paid you out up to $200 a day for up to 365 days, and double that or 400 for staying in intensive care for up to 14 days. Now, Marquez, if you're in the hospital, what are you not doing?
Not working.
Just straight up. And if you're not working, what are you not making?
Money.
Money. But do the bills still come in?
Yes, they do.
Exactly. So with this benefit, let's say you're in an accident, right? Let's say you end up in the hospital for 5 days. Well, by having this in place, it's gonna pay you all $200 a day for 5 days, or $1,000 tax free. Now, brother, I know that will make a difference. Right?
Yeah.
I'm saying you didn't seem too excited about it, man. You good?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay. Well, look, on top of that, you guys will get $10,000 additional, right? $10,000 additional for the loss of a hand, a foot, or the side of one eye, or $20,000 for the loss of two. You with me?
Okay.
Now, the last portion of this benefit provides an additional $20,000 all the way up to $100,000 accidental death benefit, depending on the type of accident that you die in. Now, can you see why everybody loves this benefit and why it's so important?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Now, the very next concern, of course, had to do with your funeral and your final expenses. You with me here, right? It look like you glitched out. Can you hear me still?
No, I'm just calculating it all. That's all. I'm listening.
Okay, good deal. So now, they say the only things in life that are actually guaranteed are death and taxes. This is actually the most popular benefit, right? It's the most popular benefit. Now, truth be told, there is a 100% chance that you'll use this benefit. And the freedom of choice certificate right here, of course, the freedom of choice certificate, this is taken at every single funeral home. So that way you're not locked into one. Now, this gives your family options that a prepaid funeral doesn't provide. So again, your freedom of choice is actually worth $30,000. That's actually for you and Mary. $30,000. Now, people tell us how much they love this because your family won't disclose the coverage amount. And this could definitely help them save thousands of dollars at that time. Now, the funeral home director will then simply call a number on front of the certificate, and American Income will take care of everything for you. Any money left over, right, will then go to your beneficiary to actually help handle other immediate expenses. Now, this allows your family, to be together instead of scrambling and set up GoFundMe accounts or trying to figure out who will pay for what. Now, they're using whole life insurance to fund your freedom of choice. That way is their when and not if your family needs it. When and not if your family needs it. So, Mary, on the worst day of your life, would having this make things easier for you and Adam?
Yeah.
Don't you want to make sure you hear me now, Mary? Right. So look, right now, you don't have any of this in place. Make sense so far?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Now, the next benefit they put together, of course, is definitely understanding that right now, Mary, when Marquise dies, when he dies, you're gonna miss him, right? Right?
Yeah, if she's
I mean,
still
I
here.
hope
Yeah.
so. Jeez. But
If she doesn't go before me, no.
ooh, no comment. But even more than that, after a few weeks going by, what else you think you'll miss?
His income.
Yeah, you miss that income. Exactly. His income. So look, if you lost your paycheck for a week or two, that'd be tough, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I know you're resilient and all, but I mean, you'd probably be able to figure it out. But what about for a month? Most families will be in serious trouble. Well, imagine losing that paycheck forever. Forever. That wouldn't just be tough, that'd pretty much be impossible. I mean, the next concern, of course, has to do with paycheck loss when something happens to you. So again, the program is actually providing $120,000 worth of that benefit, or the $3,400 each and every month for 36 months in a row. 36 months in a row. So now this will pretty much, Mary, give you the time to, to get with the kids, to try to figure out what you're going to do with the rest of your life, your job, and any other insurance money that you may have had. Now, this, of course, is funded by a term policy, which can be reviewed and renewed every 10 years or so, basically based off of your needs. Now, Mary, I want you to think about this. If you were to lose your husband, as hard as that must be to think about, how important would it be to have 3 years of his income still coming in for you and the kids? How important would that be? Mary?
Very important, very important.
Definitely, man. So look, right now as it stands, there is no monthly income replacement. None. Crazy. Crazy. Now, besides their income, the next thing people want secured for the family is their home. It's their home. Think about it. Like the commercials say, home is where the heart is. Yeah. The next thing is their homes. That's exactly why the benefit software basically is recommended mortgage protection. Now, your program definitely includes the $62,000 of coverage for you. Now, Joe, statistically, if you were to die during your working years, it's probably not going to be to health issues like a stroke or a heart attack. It'll probably be due to an accident. So that's why this is funded by an accidental death benefit, of course, to save you guys money. Now, Mary, wouldn't it give you peace of mind to know that you and the kids, or you and young Arthur, wouldn't have to worry about making not one single mortgage payment if Marquez died? Right now, with your current job, you will have mortgage and rent due, but you won't have the money for it. Think about that. Make sense so far? We're on the same page?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, the next concern, of course, the benefit software found had to do with your children's future education. Now, most families I see all want their kids to have the option at least to go to college. Statistically, the biggest thing that will prevent that from happening is if those kids lost one or both of their parents while still minors. So what the software is suggesting, another $100,000 for the college fund to basically take care of them when you died. Now, if you die due to an accident, of course, being that this is funded by accidental death benefit, right? If you died by accident, then that college fund will be set up for your kids to go to college. Now, also, don't get me wrong, it can be used for a down payment on a home, money to invest, trade school, vocational school, start a business, or any single thing that they choose to handle with their life. Now, assuming the worst thing imaginable happens, wouldn't you want your kids to know how much you were thinking of them right now?
Absolutely.
I mean, think about this. Your current benefits, it won't set up a future fund for the kids. I mean, it's not. It is not. Now, also included, oh, my battery was dying. Okay, there we go. So, also included is his own special $10,000 life insurance plan for the children 18 years and under. Now, of course, when they made 21, they can convert this to 5 times as much, or $50,000 of permanent life insurance with no health questions. Right now, brother, they might not understand it, but your kids will thank you for having the foresight to even get this set up for them. Now, having this in place truly may be their key to getting coverage later on. Now, I say it like that because as we know, it's not even a guarantee they can qualify for later on. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, your current group program right now, it doesn't provide anything permanent for your kids. Nothing permanent at all. Now, another thing that's set in place, of course, is another important feature, which is where if they're diagnosed with a terminal illness, like cancer or something like that, you can access up to half of your freedom of choice, which would be the $15,000, as well as half of your no, I'm lying, they changed it. Half of your freedom of choice and half of your income protection, right? Bringing you roughly to about $65,000 you'll have access to for this fund. So on average, families spend about 20 grand out of pocket for the first year when battling cancer. Like even with their health insurance, if your bills increase by about 2 grand a month, I bet for a fact that'd be really tough on y'all, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I know. That's what I know. So look, Marquez, man, you and Mary, that gives you guys a chance to at least put your family in the best situation financially. Now, if you get the worst, most imaginable, or what some people do is they use the money for their bucket list. Still win. Whether it's taking the family on a Disney trip, whether it's taking the family to Disney or a trip to Europe, you can do that. The money is yours. Curate some lasting memories for the families that they will never, ever, ever forget. So then the remainder, at that point in time, will pay out to the family, obviously, as a death benefit. Again, with your current benefits, that's not provided at all. It's not there. Now, on the very bottom down here, of course, this is something I just learned. On the very bottom right here, permanent and portable, layoff and strike waiver, of course. Now, American Income financial rating is amongst the best in the entire industry. We've been doing this thing for like 70 years, man, 70 years. Unlike your group benefits, which you can lose, the benefits here are permanent and portable. So that means if you leave your job, retire, leave the union, whatever the case may be, you keep everything we're going over. It's yours. Nobody can take these away from you or your family. In addition to that, right? Think about that. If you're on a qualified layoff, they will cover these benefits up to 3 months. If you're ever in a situation where you have to on a qualified strike, well, guess what? It's up to 12 months. The way you and your family won't lose the benefits when you really need them the most. By the way, you never have to pay that back. What we pay for on the strike waivers and the layoffs, you ain't got to pay that back. You ain't got to. So can you imagine calling your car insurance company, letting them know you're laid off and that you want them to go ahead and pay your premium for you? Ha! Try it. Try it. What you think they'll say?
They'll say, yeah, right.
Exactly. But that's the kind of company American Income Life is, and why 20,000 groups exclusively chose us. That's why. So look, brother, now that I've reviewed everything with you, and I know it was a lot. Joe, look, I know it was a lot. If something were to happen to you like a bad car accident, your family will receive, let me calculate this now, hold up, let me see. That is 130, 230, 300, 400. Wow. Your family will receive $470,000 tax free. Tax free. Look, dude, with your current job, there is no guarantee whatsoever that your family will receive anything at all. So if you went into work tomorrow and you had a choice between job A, which is here, and job B, I know it's a pretty stupid question, but which job would you choose? Marquez?
Job B. Job B.
Mary, is this a job you wanted Joe to take?
Sure.
Why would you do that if you are clearly making more money over here?
Because
Why?
of the benefits.
Because
of the benefits.
The benefits. Exactly. So you can see this is truly set up to be a no-brainer. That's why everyone's doing this. So like I said before, you do have to qualify for these benefits. So let me quickly ask some qualifying questions to make sure it's something I can get you enrolled into. Now,
okay.
I asked all the questions. Keep in mind, I'm asking all of them. I'm making it real important. And after I ask the questions, you know what, Marquez, I'm not the underwriter, but again, based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like you should be able to qualify for the benefits. So, okay, this is the Q&R checklist, which is like a mandatory checklist that we review with all our members. It kind of explains the enrollment process. So the first thing the checklist talks about is the way the benefits are handled. And then I'll go into how the benefits are handled. You have any questions for me that you want to have on record so that it can help you?
How much does it cost?
I go over that when I talk about the on the 2-job worksheet. I mean the mandatory readout. No, I mean the QR checklist. When I say the part where it says the program is set up on a computerized deduction to your banking system, doing this way it costs is a discounted rate. So your discounted rate is such and such a week or such and such a month.
The program is set up once a month, computerized deduction through your banking system.
Yep.
Having it done in this way gains the discounted rate. Your program is only blah, 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 blah a month.
That's when I go over how much it costs right there.
Okay.
And then if I got a down close right there, I down close right there.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
So you see how I did my 2-job as I went through?
Mm-hmm. I sure did.
Did that help you?
It absolutely did.
All right. So 1, 2, 400, 10,000, 20,000. Now, let's do this. All right. So I put $50 a day. This is a $50 difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
$1,350, $1,300. So what that's letting you know is that the program costs how much a month?
$50.
No, sir. How much a month?
Oh, 50 times 4.
It's
Nine,
what?
90 bucks a month, right?
50 times 4?
Oh, my bad. 200. Yeah.
50, 100, 50,
Okay.
200, right?
Yeah.
So now check this out. $216, right?
Uh-huh.
All right, so now obviously I would have to add 871 on here because I told them you had it. Uh-oh, wrong button. I'm gonna press the return to survey button. Oh, damn, did my whole EF close out? I think so. Yep, my EF closed out. That's different. What's up?
Said I'm not gonna say anything. I'm quiet.
Oh yeah, I don't mind. In the house, I just say, oh man, I must have pressed the wrong button. Operator error. You know what I mean? I don't want them to feel like my stuff is messing up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if anything that could keep them from putting their stuff in my system, they'll do it.
So when you go back in, are you just going to be able to go to existing application, or it should already pop back up where you have to enter all that information?
It depends because a lot of the times where I was, it should save right there, but we'll see. It might take me all the way to the end because how it crashed.
That's the first time I've seen it crash like that. And what mine usually does is it'll freeze on me if I start like doing too much, like trying to do too much at one time. Best thing
Yeah,
is to
see,
kind of maybe.
this thing had a problem receiving my information, so it blanked everything out, but it worked out, no big deal.
So did it take you all the way back, or you got to start over?
Oh, never mind, you can't see it. It started me over, but it didn't bring me all the way back. So it just cleared out the dang thing just now. I gotta find my dang on Zoom thing. There you go.
So at this point, you wouldn't re-show them this. You would just do it on the back end, right?
Hey, brother. It's not pulling up all the numbers, so I gotta start this shit over. This one because it didn't save everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, the whole thing is out of whack. Let's see.
Yeah. It dropped the names in the two things down. Or you did that? No.
Hmm?
I said I see it. It added the last names down there in two other categories. Or did you do that?
I did it kind of sort of.
How the fuck you do that?
So if I ask them if they got insurance to the job or outside the job, I don't care what they tell me, I'm gonna always put in zeros.
Gotcha. I probably should have let you do an example with like somebody who don't make a whole lot of money, just to see like, you know, that it didn't suggest virtually anything except for like one thing. So like, how would you like skip through all of the? But
What do
yeah,
you mean?
you
Say
know,
it
like
again?
say for example, like someone that makes like 2K a month or something, and that's it. That's the only income in the household, and the needs analysis doesn't suggest anything but whole life or just one policy. It won't like it suggests riders or anything. Then that you kind of skip through pretty much a lot of the script because it's not suggesting anything, or do you go ahead and add it on there? How would you do that?
Why will you add it? Because they can't afford it if you add it. The computer bringing up
Right,
what they
exactly,
need.
exactly. So that old man, I was thrown off a little bit by that. The one I seen like earlier this week. He it didn't suggest anything because one, he didn't make enough, and then he was already elderly. But I was probably gonna tell you to put some numbers at the zip code.
It won't let me enter in each other numbers, so it ain't gonna work out.
Uh, well, I mean,
No, there was this problem when I say it in the word.
AIL.
What did I say when I talked about the income?
What did you say? Oh, you said 30. You said 3,400, and then it was 2,000 for the income. Right?
Now, when I asked the question, how did I ask for them?
Oh, you said, good point. You said, what is your net pay? Your month, what would you say your net pay is?
What did I say?
Huh?
What else did I say?
After taxes.
The program is put together never to go past 4% of what a
4%.
family
Yeah.
brings in. This is the way they keep everything affordable. So with that being said, about how much do you bring in per month after taxes and insurance?
Gotcha.
Remember that part?
Uh-huh.
62, 455, 17, 0 seconds. You can still see this, right?
Yes, I can.
So all of these are the benefits that are going to pop up. Final expense, guaranteed insurability option, income protection, mortgage protection. This is our primary, this is spouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
So now if I took this off, put 0 right there, change this 34 to 2,000, press submit.
Damn.
And everything changes. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now, so once you get to this part, you get to talking about the list of concerns, you talk about this one, you get it off that screen as fast as possible. And once you get it off the screen to yourself, that's when you're just going through and you fast forward everything.
Mm-hmm.
You fast forward everything. You fast forward until you get all the way to the very end.
As parents, you hope to see your children go to.
And now once you get to talking, you already know what's going to be on the screen, but then you put it on your paper. So of course you have to add stuff like the A71. And then you take the 400 off. And it always should be 200. So this will be your starting point. But if they made that much money, truthfully, they should be able to handle this. But if not, you just down close. See, for one thing to know, I don't run this guaranteed insurability option. I don't run that at all.
And I only trained $5.
And they got a 30-year mortgage because they had to make a lot of money. I'd rather run a 30-year ADB. I mean, a ADB for the mortgage. Let me see this. Where the hell is mine? Oh. There it go. Okay, so we'll take this one is 62. Take that completely off. So now I fill in the blanks. You got 30,000 for both file expenses, 30 and 30. Take this off. So you got 30 and 30. Income protection, 3,400 at 60 months. And then you got the 2,000 at 60 months. Children's education right here, 100,000. And then they also have the $10,000 rider, which is right here. Everything else is there. If you want to make changes on this to down close, you can start with this, taking the 5 years to 3 years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And that's the income protection, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Then you can take the 5 year to 1 year. Yep. Did it
Gotcha.
make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. I'm really I appreciate you took the time to do this.
This is your first time going through the whole thing? Because I know I wanted you to do it a few times by yourself, but I still know it can be a little difficult by yourself too. Not really knowing the full flow.
So you wanted me to see how tough it is, right?
Yeah. It's tough only until you can connect little dots in certain places, and now you can think of, okay, well, this why we done this, or this why we done that. It wasn't to have you fail, because I don't feel like you failed. You just hit a few blocks so far. You didn't fail. You're good. It's just the point of practice. Practice makes permanent. So if you practice fucked up, you're gonna perform fucked up the same exact way. It's just to getting through it and getting to it, understanding what you're doing and why. Getting through the whole script. Getting through the script with the video, with the presentation.
Makes sense. You call the girl back, or
Yeah, you can call it. I'm gonna send you that video when we hang the call up. I said I'm gonna send you the video.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right.
Yeah.
call. Let me see it. So if a kid has autism, they won't qualify.
Okay. It depends. Depends on when they had it, how long they had it for. You have to go to your flash sheet for that. You should have a flash sheet.
Yeah, I know where to pull it up.
Yeah.
Let me see if this girl who had the kid, let me see if she put him in the bed yet.
Please leave your message.
Wow. I wonder if she blocked me because I did call her earlier. Call her. She definitely did.
Hello.
Hey, Crystal, this is Marquez over at the Vasu Agency. I was calling to see if you had put the baby to bed.
No, she's actually still up.
Oh, wow. What time do you typically put her to bed?
She's on Christmas break, so they go to bed.
Oh, yeah, they try to stay up all night. Well, so I was gonna try to set up an appointment with you tomorrow. What are you looking like early tomorrow morning? I know it's Christmas Eve and all.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working around with my mom to get ready for bed.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a call back on Monday, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Why you didn't want to see her? What happened?
She said that the baby is gonna be up and that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was some bullshit excuses, but I'm just like, all right, whatever. She she definitely she blocked me on my other number because it went straight to voicemail when I called her. So that's how I knew right away when I called her from a different number she picked up. So she said that the baby is up and she won't be going to bed because it's Christmas break and they try to stay up. And I was like, well, what's up tomorrow morning? And she was like, I'm gonna be running around with my mother. I was like, all right, whatever. Some people just, you know, they don't want help. I'm trying to help.
Yeah, that's how I look sometimes, man. But these motherfuckers, they don't know what they need. And we gotta help them out by the way we call them. We gotta be hype. We gotta give them every kind of reason to feel like they can't miss us. We gotta be hype. We gotta be talking a little shit, cracking a few jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.